Cliff Cramp. In this video I'm going to take the same silhouetted tree. I went ahead and cleaned it up just a little bit more and turned it into a grayscale. And I'll show you in this particular video a way to start to develop the foliage, light side, dark side. I have several different techniques to do this, or how to do this. I could just do direct paint. It's still in the grayscale right now. I haven't considered color. Remember, I start with shape, form, color, detail. So in this one, I'm starting to develop more of the form, but I'm going to keep it pretty much still in a grayscale as I do this. Again, I can direct paint it. I can bring in a particular texture, which I'll show you in another video. And then in this one, what I'll do is I'll just show you a few brush techniques and some layer function techniques to get the desired effect, or at least the start of the desired effect that I want. So what I'm going to do is create a new layer and then come on over to my Impressionist brush. And on this particular layer, what I'm going to do is take the layer function and I'm going to go to overlay. What this essentially does is it almost creates what's underneath as a mask. So I won't be painting, even though I go way out into the negative space here, it won't be showing. Well, I'll demonstrate that right now. So if I go to white, and again scaling up and down my brush by using the Option Command key, I'll go ahead and start to just develop a light side with some texture here. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and bring the opacity down to about 50% on this, because I want to creep up on it. And we'll just start to develop this with a larger brush first, and then if I go darker here, it will give me a little bit more of a mid-tone and some lights. It's the attribute of the Impressionist brush, gives you a few different values. And if I bring back here into the dark, press a little harder on my Wacom tablet, start to develop a little bit more of a dark value. We'll get some dark up under the underside of the tree here. And I'm just playing with, again, trying to create my light side and my dark side with this particular value. Now if I go to a smaller brush, I can kind of bounce back and forth. Let me go here to white, and we will just begin some smaller leaves and things like that. And again, this isn't necessarily to get me to detail yet. It's just to get me to a point where I can get to detail, actually. So we're just going to continue to develop this in a lot of texture here. And again, you can notice that I could go way out over here and it's not adhering to anything because it is an overlay layer. So it's just adhering to the value that's underneath. And like I said before, essentially creating a mask. And we'll drop a little bit down here, get a little bit smaller with some of these darker values. And again, I can go into the exterior and always adjusting what you're doing. So we start general and then we move towards the specific. We're still in that fairly general stage. And if I want to, I can go ahead and create a new layer. And in this layer, I'm going to take the Airbrush tool and I'm going to take pepper spray. And so I will drop this value down to about 50% also, and we'll grab a light here, and I'm just going to create this light peppering spray here and a little bit of dark. And as you can see, I'm overspraying. And then again, if I set this to overlay, it just adheres to the value that's underneath. I'm going to spray just a little bit more, and then I'm going to back this way down because I just want a little bit of texture on there. So a little bit more, but I don't want it to be so contrasting. And then in this layer, I'm going to go back to the layer underneath, and then this just allows me to play with the contrast just a little bit more. That's why I started the 50% opacity, and we're going to boost it up to about 60%. So that's one way to start developing some of the foliage. Obviously, these are short videos, so just a few minutes in to start getting texture, and then you'd start to clean it up with a number of different techniques. I mean, if I go in real quick, if I go to the Water Rake brush, get a little bit smaller, I could start to blend some of these values like so, and just kind of move them around and have a lot of fun with them. So they're not so uniform as far as the Impressionist brush goes. And there you have it. So this is the start of the creating a foliage for your particular tree. Thanks again for watching.